My name is Brian Stewart, and I'm a physician at St. Mary's Hospital, Mercy Health Partners, and I'm the father of Ian Stewart. I'm the husband of Michelle Stewart. I also have two other kids, Noelle and Isaac, that are twins, that are 9 years old. My favorite thing about being a doctor is going to work every day, being intellectually stimulated, having problems to figure out, and in the process of it, you get to help people to feel better, to understand their health issues, and you get to educate them on what's going on and why they're suffering or why they have an ailment. And the other part about it is you get to work in teams at a hospital. So I get to work with nurses and physical therapists and speech therapists and other doctors. And it's real rewarding to be a part of the team, helping people to feel better. I decided when I was probably about 16 years old, I was in a anatomy and physiology class that I took. It was about, I think it was a sophomore in high school. And I just really enjoyed learning about how the body works, the structure of the body, how things kind of play together. So I was always interested in the sciences. And I pretty much decided at that point that I wanted to be in the health sciences, and then as I looked into it further, I wanted to be a physician. One of my favorite memories, just off the top of my head, was about a year ago. I was rounding on a Saturday morning, and I was right outside of a patient's room about to go in and see her, and all of a sudden she just cried out in agony. And I was really shocked, so I ran in there right away. And she was having severe abdominal pain. And I knew right then that she was very ill and she needed help right away. And so I came out and immediately ordered a CAT scan, which is a fancy x-ray of the abdomen. And it turned out to be kind of catastrophic. And immediately I called the surgeon who was on call, who I happened to know, and he immediately rushed to the patient's bedside. And there happened to be an opening in the operating room, and they got her to surgery. And later that day, she survived the surgery, and he said that if someone hadn't been right there on the scene, there was probably about a 1 hour window of when they could have gotten her to surgery and saved her life. And she ended up walking out of the hospital. So it was kind of a fun story to reflect on and to share with her family and to her, and knowing that I think it was God's wisdom and God's divine intervention that had me right at that spot at the time.
What's your bravest thing you ever done?
I was part of the church service that was teaching hospitality, and right after we had rehearsed the part of the skit at the church service, I came back to the hospital and immediately met a lady who was under my care that I just met that day, and she was being discharged from the hospital. And when I talked to her about where she's going to go, she said back to the homeless shelter. This is a 77-year-old lady who kind of got kicked out of her house by her son, and so she didn't have a place to go. And so I just thought, I reflected on it and thought, you know what, we just got done teaching hospitality at church. Maybe we should practice what we preach. And so I invited her back to our house to stay for a night or two. And lo and behold, she stayed with us for about 7 weeks and ended up being very close to our family. We loved having her. And then she got reconciled with her son, and they're back living together and have a better relationship now. But we were able to intervene and help someone who was going to be homeless.
Can you tell me your name and your relationship to Dad?
My name is Michelle, and Brian is my husband.
Isaac, and I'm related to him because he's my dad.
What do you like best about Dad?
He's fun and loving.
I like that he's supportive and loving and caring.
What do you admire about Dad?
That he's a doctor.
That he cares for his family a tremendous amount, and his love for God.
What's your favorite memory with Dad?
Our honeymoon in Kauai.
Going camping.
What is a fun thing you do with Dad?
Swimming. Golfing.
Go for runs on Sunday afternoon after church.
What do you think of Dad being a doctor?
I think it's very special that he likes taking care of people.
That he saves people's lives.
Is Dad your hero? If so, why?
Yes, because he's my dad.
Well, Dad's my husband, so it's kind of hard for him to be my hero too. But if I was a kid, he'd definitely be my hero.